Welcome to Stadium High School. I'm Shannon Marshall, the principal of Stadium. Thank you for taking your valuable time to join us tonight. Producing this event is Catherine McCarthy from the Tacoma Public Schools Public Information Office. She's on the back end and she is managing the chat. We're excited to have the opportunity to share a snapshot of life at Stadium with you this evening, because fall of 2022 will be here before we know it, and our 8th graders will be freshmen. So whether you're undecided whether or not you'll attend Stadium next year, or you're all in, we hope that you enjoy our presentation. To kick off this virtual event, I'd like to play a short video that our first year broadcasting students created. This was their creative musical video. And since their teacher shared it with me, I kind of stole it to play for you this evening, because it really showcases a freshman's view of their first fall at Stadium High School. All right, I hope you enjoyed that video as much as I do every time I watch it, and it's been a lot. Here's our agenda for this evening. It's so hard to capture all of the activities that we have at our busy comprehensive high school, but we've done our best to cover the highlights. So you've been hearing from me, Shannon Marshall, the principal, but you'll also hear from our assistant principals, Marin Sage and TJ Fryer. Unfortunately, Dwayne Folsom is unable to join us this evening. So a few housekeeping notes. We are recording this event and it will be posted on the Stadium website for future viewing in the next couple days. With Microsoft Live, we cannot see or hear the audience. We will have time at the presentation to answer a couple general questions, so please put your questions in the chat as you think of them. And we have Catherine watching the chat for us, and she'll try to address these. So the reason we are all here, the 2022-2023 enrollment season, Tacoma Public Schools is a choice enrollment district, and some of you may live within the Stadium High School boundaries, and some of you may be watching because you were thinking about applying for Stadium. If Stadium is your neighborhood school and you are currently attending a middle school in Tacoma Public Schools, you don't need to do anything to attend Stadium next year. Your school will send us your files and you will automatically be a Tiger in the fall. If Stadium is your neighborhood school and you're not currently attending in Tacoma Public Schools, You'll need to enroll with us for next year, so please visit the Tacoma Public Schools enrollment website to start the process. If you do not live within the stadium catchment area, please visit the Tacoma Public Schools enrollment website. Applications are now being accepted for choice enrollment for a non-neighborhood school, and the deadline for choice enrollment is January 21st, 2022. So, simply put, Stadium has it all. Because we are a large comprehensive high school with 1,550 students, we have the ability to offer a wide range of classes and activities. Tonight, we will highlight some of our most rigorous courses, our athletic program, including our state championship flag football team, our numerous clubs, and our award-winning performing arts. There is truly something for everyone, even when a student's interests change during their 4 years on campus. Having such a variety in class offerings, clubs, and activities will help each student find their niche and creates a sense of belonging that we all need. At Stadium, we get our steps in. We have 2 buildings, the historic Brown Castle and the new Performing Arts Center, which we call the PAC. The castle has 6 floors from the sub-basement to the 4th floor, and so there are lots and lots of stairs. The main office, guidance office, and attendance office are conveniently located on the 1st floor, and the cafeteria is 2 levels in our basement and sub-basement. The gyms, theater, music classrooms, wood shop, weight room, and yoga studio are in the PAC, and the swimming pool is in the sub-basement beneath the upper courtyard. Our parking garage is between 2nd and 3rd Street and is available to staff and seniors through a lottery system. The Stadium Bowl is a district facility adjacent to the castle. One of our most beautiful spaces is our library. Our librarian, Mrs. Fullerton, prepared a video for you tonight.
We're gonna go to this. Oh, sorry.
So it's probably important to say that Stadium High School is more than a picturesque building. We offer exceptional academic and extracurricular programs that appropriately challenge students and provide enriching experiences. So as a freshman at Stadium High School, students will take English, biology, and math, usually geometry, but students may take algebra to solidify these skills, which are the building blocks for every future math class. Students, if by the spring you find the struggle of algebra is real, please retake the course with one of our awesome Stadium math teachers to best prepare yourself for all the math that is to come. In addition to these 3 core classes, freshmen may usually take allied health, world language, music, or other fine art or career and technical education course. Every class taken during freshman year will meet a graduation requirement. It's important to note that students are scheduled into these classes by seniority, so seniors, juniors, sophomores, and then freshmen. We know that many of you are already thinking about what you'll take beyond your freshman year. And in addition to our general core classes and special education offerings, Stadium has an impressive selection of advanced placement and college and the high school courses. All of these courses provide students the opportunity to earn college credit through their high school coursework. So this slide has a lot on it, but we wanted you to see how many rigorous courses we offer at Stadium. Students enrolled in advanced placement or AP classes will take the course's AP exam in May, and passing the exam may earn them credit at their chosen university. If you have questions about specific universities, college admission pages will often provide the answers you are seeking. Stadium offers college and the high school classes in partnership with UW Seattle, the courses that are in purple, Central Washington University, the courses that are here in red, and Eastern Washington University, the course that's featured here in black. AP Calculus AB and AP Physics 1 are taken concurrently with the CWU courses, thus they're also in red. Some of the college and the high school classes offer 5 college credits over the entire year, and these classes are worth 1.0 high school credits a year, just like a traditional high school course. Some of the classes offer 5 college credits in a semester, and those classes are worth 1 high school credit each semester, so that's 2 credits a year. Because of our course offerings, our students have the opportunity to apply to and be accepted at a myriad of institutions nationwide and beyond. The next slide showcases where the Stadium class of 2021 is this year. So for more detailed information about AP or college in the high school, please visit the Advanced Programs page on the Stadium website. And now I'd like to introduce Mr. Fryer, who will speak about Stadium athletics.
Hello, future Tigers. I am TJ Fryer, assistant principal at Stadium. Hey, I have the joy of overseeing Stadium athletic programs. Our athletes compete in our district-sponsored WIA athletics and compete in the state 3A classification in Pierce County League. You can see our fall and winter spring sessions listed on the slide. We have a comprehensive high school sports program. Many of our sports do not have cuts, but some are open to all students at varying school levels. To participate in high school athletics, all students must have a complete current sports physical. Physicals are valid for 13 months, so plan ahead of time for next year. As a student athlete, you will learn the values of discipline, citizenship, sponsorship, confidence, leadership, and teamwork. We believe participating in sports helps students develop a well-rounded individuals. As a member of Team Stadium, all student athletes will have opportunities and experiences that will benefit them on the court, the field, and the classroom. In addition to our athletes that play and participate in sports, Stadium offers a wide selection of clubs to meet most of our students' interests. This is a list of our current clubs because clubs are student-led. They may not continue from year to year, but many of these clubs have involved officers and healthy memberships.
Thank you, Mr. Fryer. So the arts are alive and well at Stadium High School. Our band, choir, and orchestra ensembles are consistently receiving superior ratings, which is the highest mark at festivals and adjudications. And our theater program is regularly honored at the state level. Freshmen will take cadet band, mixed choir, and/or Orchestra 1 in their first year at Stadium, which will prepare them for our most prestigious ensembles, which are wind ensemble, concert choir, and concert orchestra. We also offer elite music classes for choir and band during 0 hour. Stadium participates annually in Solo and Ensemble, which will showcase individual and small group talent. Through this process, dozens of Stadium musicians earn their way to the state competition every year. We will frequently have students placing first, second, or third out of all of Washington State. Ultimately, it is the opportunity for students to be members of our large ensembles with exceptional instructors that hone their skills and foster their love for music. On the next slide, you'll see our award-winning theater department. They've been nominated multiple times at the state level at the Fifth Avenue Theater Awards. Not only have we been nominated for our exceptional talent, but also for having productions that provide outstanding educational impact. This clip is the finale of Guys and Dolls, a show we did pre-COVID. This clip showcases how many students are involved in one of our productions. Not only do we have a large number of students on the stage, but we have student musicians and a student tech crew for lighting, sound, sets, props, costumes, and all aspects needed to create each production. Go ahead and play the video now, Catherine. All right. The goal of Stadium Theater, that clip just makes me happy every time I watch it. The goal of Stadium Theater is to showcase our students and create connections through the arts. Stadium Theater is an exciting place to be. It's full of people who want to be part of something incredible. Now I'd like to introduce Marin Sage, one of our assistant principals.
Stadium offers the most career and technical education programs and classes in Tacoma Public Schools. We're unique because many of our art classes like theater, ceramics, culinary arts, glass art, illustration, photography, printmaking, and even some NJROTC classes meet graduation requirements for both fine arts and CTE. The goal of CTE is to provide hands-on learning that prepares the students for careers in higher education. Our CTE programs at Stadium help students discover their passions and explore their interests while gaining those valuable 21st century skills. Through Stadium CTE classes, students have the opportunity to earn industry-recognized certifications and in some cases, dual credits through our local technical colleges. On this slide, you see Governor Inslee visiting our engineering and design class, our Healthcare Careers Academy students visiting Tacoma Community College, our ProStar Culinary Arts students at the annual TPS Cupcake competition, and of course our state champion photography students. Yes, Stadium took first place in Washington State High School photography competition this last year.
Thanks, Ms. Sage. The Navy Junior Reserve Officers Training Corporation has adopted a by Stadium since 1994. Take NJROTC at Stadium. You can fulfill graduation requirements in CTE, fine arts, PE, as well as an elective. Students may also earn dual college credit in an industry recognized certifications. Stadium NJROTC instills the values of being a responsible citizen and the sense of accomplishment. Students will learn leadership skills, develop physical fitness, and have opportunity for community service. Stadium NJROTC has been a part of the Tacoma Adopt a Spot Street program since 2006. Stadium Color Guard performs many events throughout the year. They are an integral part of our activities here at Stadium, our assemblies, our athletic contests, and at graduation. They are also performing at the opening of Seattle Sounders games and also participating in our annual Daffodil Parade.
Thanks, TJ. The future of our health of our community depends on preparing tomorrow's workforce. Healthcare Careers Academy is a unique collaboration of Tacoma Public Schools, the healthcare industry, higher education, and nonprofits that prepare high school students for a really wide range of careers in the healthcare industry. This video from the 1920 school year showcases the investment our partners have in our HCA students.
Oh, sorry.
The value for Greater Tacoma Community Foundation of the Health Careers Collaborative is partnership to build a stronger youth.
Exposing young people to healthcare career pathways early in their educational experience will ultimately help them be more successful.
MultiCare is participating in the Health Careers Collaborative because we think it's important to invest in our youth today to create the generation of caregivers that we're going to need in the future. And healthcare has an incredible array of really important roles that can appeal to a wide variety of students. And we think this is a great way to introduce kids to careers of the future.
Things are always changing in healthcare. There's a lot to learn, and there's a lot of ways to contribute.
We really want to emphasize the community in our name, which is why we're so excited to be part of this health collaborative.
This is a wonderful opportunity for not only us, but it's especially an opportunity for you and your families.
We are really excited to have this opportunity to work with others in the community and bring the potential of healthcare careers to our students here in Tacoma.
And the thing we love about this partnership is we're going to be able to give students great choices, a quality education, and also some opportunities for incredible careers.
My name is Lin Zhou. I'm the president of Base Technical College.
My name is Ivan Harrell, and I have the fortunate opportunity to serve as the president at Tacoma Community College.
I'm Lori Brown, and I work at CHI Franciscan. I'm a registered nurse, and currently I'm the Chief Experience Officer.
Hi, I'm Lori Fort Harnick. I'm the president and CEO of Goodwill of the Olympics and Rainier region right here in Tacoma.
My name is Mark Pagano, and I have the privilege of serving as Chancellor of the University of Washington, Tacoma.
I'm Isaiah Crawford, and I'm the University of Puget Sound president.
I'm Bill Robertson, president and CEO of MultiCare Health System.
I'm Carla Santorno. I'm the superintendent of Tacoma Public Schools.
And we are so excited to be part of the Health Career Collaborative. I'm in.
At Greater Tacoma Community Foundation, we're all in.
At UW-Tacoma, we are all in.
And at Goodwill, we're all in.
At CHI Franciscan, we're in.
At TCC, we're strong Titans, and we're all in.
At the University of Puget Sound, we're all in.
And at MultiCare, we are all in.
TPS, we're in.
Kind of exciting. So this 4-year part-time high school program allows students to engage in specific pathway curriculum and experiences that enhance student learning and promote healthcare careers. So 9th and 10th grade is dedicated to exploring their passions, making connections to healthcare careers, and engaging in exploratory coursework that is both rigorous and experiential. Stadium's team of teachers for 9th grade HCA are Mrs. Dill, Mrs. Navarro, and Ms. Coleman. They teach English, biology, and healthcare to our 2026 cohort next year. Students dive more deeply into career exploration and intense coursework in the 11th and 12th grade and will receive hands-on experience from a chosen healthcare industry internship. Students are supported by industry mentors and skilled teachers throughout the program. So it's really an exciting program to offer. Mrs. Marshall?
Thank you, Mrs. Sage. So our last slide here showcases our stadium boosters, and Stadium High School is unique because of its high level of parent-guardian involvement. Stadium boosters are an integral part of the stadium community, and they meet once a month, and they represent many of the clubs, sports, and other student organizations on campus. Stadium boosters will fundraise and then provide grants to support the students of Stadium High School. You'll see stadium boosters at events selling stadium spiritware and merchandise, which can also be purchased directly from their website at stadiumboosters.org. They maintain a Facebook page, which is another wonderful way for parents and guardians, staff, community members to all come together to support Stadium. I cannot say enough positive things about our stadium boosters. And that concludes our presentation for this evening. We hope that you're excited for what 2022-2023 has in store for you at Stadium. Go Tigers!
Shannon, we do have a few questions that we've received in the chat, and I'll keep monitoring it for more. So I'll just start you off with a couple. So one question was around when to start applying for Stadium classes. And I'm thinking this is about when you select classes.
Good question. So the choice enrollment process will end in January. And by that point, then it gives the district time to build our students for next year who'll be attending Stadium. Once we know that, once we know who our freshmen are going to be, probably late February, we go out to the middle schools and start the selection process. There'll be a selection sheet that comes home. If you want to select the Healthcare Careers Academy, selecting your elective, selecting which level of math, all of that will be done usually the end of February. If you are not currently in Tacoma Public Schools, we will get you those sheets as you are applying to be enrolled at Stadium for next year.
All right. Couple more questions. Does Stadium have a drum line?
Great question. We do not have a drum line. We have implemented some beginning guitar classes this year, but unfortunately we do not have a drum line.
All right, next question. Can you share the anticipated size of the incoming freshman class?
Well, that's up to enrollment services, but I can tell you our current class sizes, which might give you an indication. Right now, our senior class is about 350 students. Our junior class is 350 students. I believe our sophomore class is closer to about 420 students, and our freshman class is our largest at 440 students. So it's pretty big, and I would potentially guess that it'll be big again next year.
All right, we have some more questions coming in, so I'm trying to make sure I'm going through them. What are some of the options for graduating early?
Well, that is a great question. I can tell you we offer 6 classes a day at Stadium. So that's 4 years at 6 classes each year. That's 24 credits. And 24 credits in the required areas are required to graduate. So, you know, taking maybe a half credit maximum, probably like a full credit in the summer, it is kind of difficult to graduate early. Not impossible, but I would say very, very rarely done.
So kind of in that same vein a little bit is around how Running Start works.
Running Start is something that students would start as a junior. So in the spring of their sophomore year, students go to TCC to start the process. So it'd be up to a student and a family to take that initiative to go, or TCC or Highline are 2 common ones. Usually our students down here will go to TCC, and our students in Northeast will do TCC or Highline. So start the process with the community college, and then your guidance counselor at Stadium will make sure that you're taking classes at the community college that still count for our graduation requirements in Tacoma.
And this question, forgive me, I don't know what this is, so hopefully you do, Shannon. It says, do you guys do 10/24/7? I'm not sure what that is.
I'm not sure what that is either.
So for these questions, if I was just saying, if we're unable to answer, we can share contact information here at the end for anyone to email some those kind of more specifics.
And that's a good point, Catherine. If you're interested in Stadium, if you want to get some more information about what we've talked about this evening, feel free to go to our Stadium website. You can click there from the Tacoma Public Schools website, stadiumtigers.org. And we've got lots of pages. We've got a contact page. It'll kind of break down who does what on campus. So you can even gear your question maybe to the right person. So yes, feel free to explore our website.
We have a question about dance classes and dance clubs. Is that currently offered at Stadium?
Good question. We had our dance teacher that was at Stadium for a long time. She has recently retired, so we do not offer dance classes currently at Stadium. We do have a new yoga teacher that's using the yoga studio for those classes, and she's amazing. But we don't have after-school dance at this time.
We have a couple of AP class questions. The first is around, do you automatically get placed into advanced math classes if you are in advanced placement in the 8th grade year?
So if you are, say, in geometry right now as an 8th grader and you're doing well, then you will automatically, well, you'll choose, but hopefully you'll automatically go into our Algebra 2 class. You don't jump from geometry into an AP class. The math progression is geometry to Algebra 2, and then to pre-calculus, which is college in the high school, and then into AP Calculus AB, and then AP Calculus BC. And we also offer AP Statistics. So those classes come down the line after a few more prereqs.
So the second AP question is around college credits. Do all AP classes get you college credit, or is it only certain classes?
Good question. So taking the AP class is great on the transcript. Colleges love to see when students are challenging themselves appropriately. You know, we need to make sure we're balancing level of rigor and what students can handle. But if you can handle the AP class, colleges love to see that. Taking the AP test in May at the end of the class and passing that test, those are graded on a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 scale. Passing is a 3, and depending on the college, they will award college credit at their university based on those scores. So you may get a 3 on your AP language. At one school, they may say, hey, that's worth our freshman English class. At another school, they may say, hey, we'll take that as an elective because all of our kids are going to take freshman English at this university. So it really depends on the college. So as you're choosing between advanced placement and college in the high school, you may want to kind of have an idea of what university you're thinking of. Catherine, I'm sorry, I have a bad network quality, so if I think missed something.
You're unfrozen now. I know I was about to give it to Marin if you didn't come back. You were talking about making sure that you know which college, thinking about which college you're going to when you're making that AP course selection.
Yes, so if you're thinking UW, you want to see how they take AP scores. Again, passing's at a level 3, so they may say you have to get at least a level 4 in order to qualify for an English credit. Those passing scores are really up to each individual college. So it's something that you're going to want to kind of navigate as you're determining what colleges you want to go to.
Great. We have a question about, I'm going to kind of paraphrase because I think this is asking about the Healthcare Careers Academy. At what point, when you visit the middle schools, like how do you make that selection to be a part of that Healthcare Careers Academy program?
Excellent. So we've made our course selection sheet pretty easy to understand. Every student to graduate from Tacoma Public Schools will take a semester of allied health. So students can choose to take that semester of allied health, or they can choose the full year program of allied health with an intro to healthcare careers. And selecting that option will automatically put them in the cohort of these 3 amazing teachers and give them that sense of belonging. We do, depending on enrollment, every year we've had to use a lottery system to make sure that we are keeping that cohort. We ideally 3 classes of students. We like to keep it about 75 kids so that we can manage our field trips and our mentors and all of those experiences. And we usually have more kids apply than that, but we want to try to make sure we get as many kids in that program as possible. So you will see on the selection sheet, if you want to take the Healthcare Careers Academy, that it's on there.
Awesome. So we're going to switch topics a little bit. So there's a question about how buses work at Stadium.
We have a lot of buses. This is one thing to get used to, especially I think some of our Northeast kids. My stepdaughter lived with us in Northeast and took the bus to Stadium. Buses come pretty early, like even as early as about 6:40 in the morning for our 7:30 start. So just like at the middle schools, the bus times and routes will be out just before school starts, and the buses will come drop off. If you're familiar with Stadium at all, our bus zone is right off of Stadium Way, kind of between the castle and the PAC building. And then as far as after school, our Northeast buses are on one side of the building in the bus zone, and then our other buses are on the other side of the bowl so that we can hopefully fit every bus in and get all the kids out of here in a timely manner to get home, so the buses can then also get to their middle school routes and elementary routes after that. So very, very similar to probably what's going on at your middle schools right now.
And Shannon, I would just add to that, for those who are choicing into Stadium, transportation is not provided.
Yes. Yes, so if you choose to choice, part of that contract that you make on that application says that you will provide transportation if you are not able to ride the yellow bus in our service area.
All right, next question, switching gears again, is around any classes in construction trades?
Good question. We do have a wood shop program, and our wood shop teacher is able to teach the construction trades program. So he is building his way to working on a class of advanced kids in order to do more in that area. So we're not offering that class by name right now, but we are gearing toward that.
All right. I have a lot of questions coming in still, so I'm going to keep hitting you with them. Sorry, I'm on the wrong tab here. So I have a couple questions around special education and how one question was around coming late and asking if special education was addressed, which we didn't hit on that, but how you address inclusion at Stadium High School.
So probably the most important thing about special education is that we follow each student's individualized education plan. So
sorry, folks, we lost Shannon again. We're going to try to get her back.
Oops, did I freeze again?
You did.
Oh gosh. Okay, well, so I'm saying that It's hard to address special education in general terms when really it's so specific to each student's learning needs. But we do have a RISE program at Stadium. We have 2 access classrooms, and then we have 5 LRC teachers that teach reading and writing, math, and then some social emotional support and study skills. So we will take in each student's IEP. We will make sure we're following that IEP, and as much as a student can be out in the general ed setting, that is always the goal. And then we're supporting in resource classes where needed.
Thank you. We have a question around if I'm an 8th grade orchestra, can I continue orchestra in 9th grade?
Absolutely. Freshmen will take Orchestra 1, and then as sophomores, juniors, and seniors, they'll be in the concert orchestra ensemble.
All right, sorry, I'm looking at the new questions. We have a couple questions asking about campus tours and if in-person campus tours are something that that are an option.
Right now, while we're in session, we are not running campus tours. We are very limited on space. So with so many kids on campus, we are keeping it to just our population right now. But we do in the summertime, as we are doing our Tiger Days and getting ready, we do run our freshmen through campus tours, making sure that they are familiar with the campus for the start of school. Then we'll do some new student tours right before school starts for anybody who missed our Tiger Days. So that is part of our onboarding process in the late summer.
Awesome. I'm looking through the questions. We're getting quite a few that are kind of repeated. We do have an interest. We have a question around how Stadium is working to create an anti-racist culture and address equity at your school.
Great question. This is something that's always on our minds with everything that we are doing. We've got a staff anti-racism group that is doing a lot of our equity work. We build it into all of our professional development with our teachers, that we're always talking about culturally responsive teaching, that we are talking about how to work with kids in a really respectful, inclusive, and equitable manner. We've examined our discipline practices, making sure our clubs reflect the students that are in our school. Our staff have really leaned in on this and are just making sure that at every point, our kids can see themselves at Stadium and everything that they're doing.
Awesome. And then last question that's on a new topic is around, you said you had a great slide on where students are enrolled from last year, but can you talk about the percentage of students, past Stadium students that are currently in college? And it doesn't specify 4-year or sort of that next step. So it's kind of a general question.
That is a great question. I don't have that information off the top of my head, but I can tell you from filling out some of those percentages for our net. We have 3 national merit semifinalists this year, and I had to get all that information when filling out their applications. I believe it was 60% of our students do go to 4-year universities, and then there's a smaller like 20% go to community colleges, and then I think it was 20% do workforce or, gap year or something else. But don't quote me because that's just rough memory. I wasn't prepared for that one today.
All right, well, maybe you'll know this one, I'm not sure. Do you know the exact dates for Tiger Days?
Oh, we do not have that scheduled yet, but it's usually the 3rd week of August. So I'll break it down to a rough estimate there.
Is that the Jumpstart program? Yeah, it is usually right in there.
Yeah.
That's all the questions I'm seeing that address different topics. We did have a note that the 10-24/7 is note-taking skills. So that's what that is.
So that might be I'm wondering if that comes from some of our AVID stuff, and some of our teachers are AVID trained. We are not currently an AVID school, but we do have a lot of teachers, especially our freshman teachers, that will still promote those AVID skills that the kids got in middle school.
Thank you, because you just addressed one of the questions that I just realized that I skipped over was around AVID strategies. That's all the questions I'm seeing right now. I'm looking one more time. There's a couple of specific ones in the chat, and I would just advise to reach out to your counselor or to reach out to the school directly with those specific questions for your specific situation.
Catherine, thank you so much for managing all that for us tonight.
No problem.
And I want to thank everybody who's in attendance. It's so weird kind of talking and not being able to see our audience, but we hope that you enjoyed what we had to offer, and we hope that you like Stadium and that you can see yourselves here next year, because it's really important for that sense of belonging to feel good about where you go to school. So whatever choice you make, as long as you know it's right for you, then it's the right choice. And good luck with that decision.